All right, very warm welcome everybody to today's practice. Please be comfortable. Years back, someone gifted me a copy of the Bhagavad Gita translated by Jack Hawley. And for a lot of people, this has been a very powerful version of the Gita. So I'm going to be reading some random lines from this version of the Gita and inviting you to just notice how they land on you and how they impact you. Let's see how it goes. So please be comfortable and reflect on the following lines. Love me ceaselessly. In other words, love me without stopping. Know that the love that you experience for me is me. For I am love, Arjuna. Just as a good farmer puts all his attention on the soil, concentrating his mind fully on cultivating the land, yogis give their minds and hearts fully to the divine, knowing that God alone is the source of everything. Nothing is dearer to anyone than their life, Arjun, and I am life. So devote your life to me. That will bring boundless contentment. Love me ceaselessly. Know that the love you are experiencing for me is me, for I am love. Nothing is dearer to anyone than their life, Arjun, and I am life. So devote your life to me. This will bring boundless contentment. Reflect on these words. Stay with these words. Those who give me their whole hearts, to them I confer buddhi. Buddhi is beyond worldly intellect. It is the power to discriminate between the real and the unreal. As familiarity with my power and glory grows, then those who give their hearts fully to me are ever more ardently drawn to me. I am their wisdom. I dwell in their hearts. And from there I dispel the dark ignorance with the light of knowing that they are the divinity within. Arjun, all of nature consists of three characteristics, gunas. First is goodness or sattva. The second is passionate activity or rajas. The third is darkness, inertia or tamas. All these come from nature, which is my lower nature. I put on the appearance of this natural world, but I am separate from it. These three qualities of nature are contained within me, but I am not in them in the sense that I need not rely on them in any way. I do not rely on nature. Nature relies on me. These gunas combine endlessly to create all the varieties in nature. It seems real, but actually it's constantly changing. It's not real. Due to the illusion of it being real, people do not look beyond the veil of illusion. They do not look to me, the unchanging consciousness, the absolute reality beyond all the worldly. They do not see me, the basis of all of this. Only by loving and depending completely on the divine will you be able to see through the curtain of illusion. Only by loving and depending completely on divinity will you be able to see through the curtain of illusion. Four types of people seek a connection with me. First, the world weary, people who worship for the alleviation of physical or mental agony. They want to be released from their fears and adversity. This is the first type. Second, the seekers of happiness through worldly things. People who pray to me to obtain wealth and family and power and prestige and so on. Third, those who seek spiritual advancement. Those whose motive is to connect with the divine. They want to gain knowledge. They want to gain experience that will support their self-realization. And the fourth, the wise, those who truly know the Atman, the true self, who know that God alone exists, and whose only impulse is for the divine and nothing else. Of these, the last is the highest, because they know my truth and they are devoted to me. As I am supremely dear to them, they are very dear to me. The first three are attached to worldly objects or mental states that they desire. However, all four types are noble, because any reason for turning Godward will in due time lead to spiritual transformation and is therefore ultimately good. The wise ones in the last category, however, are my very self. They know me as the essence within themselves. They are always with me. Their devotion stands foremost. As fuel thrown into the fire becomes fire, the wise, absorbed in me, actually become one with me. They make me their one and only goal. After many a long life of meditation, these wise ones come to me. They see that all this world is indeed their innermost self. They realize that God alone puts on the appearance of all phenomena. Such souls are rare indeed. Others, hoping to fulfill worldly desires, drift to lesser gods. They offer rites and rituals. It's quite easy for them to get to these limited deities. The rewards are correspondingly small. Healing disease, winning a court case, acquiring a position, and other trifling psychic powers are alluring to those caught in the world. True devotees of the Supreme Godhead give no thought to these worldly things. The question of worshipping here and there to fulfill some worldly desire does not even arise in them. Why is it that people do not know this truth? It is because as soon as they are born, they are led to believe that the world around them is real. They forget their oneness with divinity. They fall into patterns of likes and dislikes. This gives rise to all sorts of desires, attachments, aversions. With their nervous systems thus conditioned, their sense of individuality is reinforced time and again. It does not dawn on the impure mind, preoccupied with ego, to make room for devotion to God. But those who purify their actions by dedicating them all to the divine gradually grow less influenced by their own habits and desires, one step at a time. They overcome the lower self and they merge into me. Your wisdom and devotion will serve you throughout your life, especially at the hour of death, the time when most people are scared and confused. And this is why spiritual wisdom is so important. Know your own Atman, which is divinity, which is me, so that you can calmly accept death as a matter of course. Your God realization is at its zenith, at its highest. You drop your body. In that instant, the whole consciousness becomes one with my cosmic consciousness. One is liberated from rebirth. The sum total of all your thoughts and feelings during the whole span of your life will condense into a single state of mind at the time of your departure from this body. You will acquire a particular mental makeup at the instant of death. Whatever occupies your attention throughout life will inevitably be your consciousness at the moment of death. And to that realm of consciousness you will go. So what should you do? Throughout your life, prepare for your death moment. The moment of death does not mean some future instant in time. It means this moment. Any moment may be your last. Treat each as the last, because your thought at that instant is the foundation on which your next birth is assembled. Live in a state of constant spiritual awareness. Do everything for God. Think of the divine every moment. I love those who do their worldly duties unconcerned, untroubled by life. I love those who expect absolutely nothing. Those who are pure, internally, externally, are very dear to me. I love those who are ready to be my instrument, meet any demands I make on them, yet ask nothing of me. I love those who do not rejoice or feel revulsion, who do not grieve, do not yearn for possessions, are not affected by the good or bad things that happen to them or around them. They're very dear to me. I love those who do their worldly duties unconcerned, untroubled by life. I love those who expect absolutely nothing. I love those who are ready to be my instrument. I love those who do not rejoice or feel revulsion, who do not grieve, are not affected by the good or bad things that happen. And the Gita says it is simpler than you think. Know what is right and live up to it. It is simpler than you think. Establish yourself firmly on the road to enlightenment. There is no conflict at all between what you do and what the scriptures advise. All right, I was reading from Jack Hawley's translation of the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you for joining today, and may you be blessed. May you be a blessing. And may this life be truly illumined from the inside out, from a proper understanding of who you really are, not just assumptions based on what you're being told you are. And in that way, may you come out of ignorance, and may your light fill the world, which it already is. May it do so in an unobstructed way, undiluted way, limitless way. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take rest.